Hello and welcome, everybody. There we go. What is going on, everyone? Everyone that's not here at ATM at the moment. So I told you guys that I got this website up and going, and I got super busy over the period of last week. So I'm not quite done with that first article yet, but we're close. I might even just finish it while we're right here. You never know. Yeah, and I see people have actually been looking at the website, so that's fantastic. Thank you for looking. Let people call in, but then I have to have like a secured phone number that people would have to call in from. I don't have one of those. Maybe I can. No, because I'm using that for this. He needs to make a decision soon. After Machado decided to go to the Padres, I mean, he ain't got nothing to wait on now. Yeah, we plug that in. Actually, have good audio here. Dodgers, Giants, Phillies, dude. If it's those three, it's Phillies all day. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, I guess I would too. A better team, but who knows? Phillies have a ton of money they could throw at them, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, a long time ago, we tried to figure out how to do something with calling in, and we tried to like find an app to do stuff, and it was just kind of difficult to figure it out. Um, yeah, but it's not. Well, yeah, actually, that isn't as busy. No, White Sox are going to make the playoffs this year. Are you silly? No, they're not even gonna like. I feel like they're not even gonna like purposely try to make the playoffs this year. They're just gonna go out there and do their thing. But I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe by like next year they can try for the playoffs. But we'll see if they even like. I'm laughing at the thought. No, Sox are not going to the playoffs. No, White Sox. That is for y'all joining in a little late here. Anywho, yeah. So maybe I mean I have spring break coming up in like 2 weeks. Maybe I'll play around with seeing if about apps to call people and stuff. So I mean, because that would be fun to get people calling with a couple questions, give them like a 5 minute, 5 to 10 minute window, see what they have to say. You know, it'd be neat. Also, over spring break, I'm going to try and pump out some more articles for the website because it's pretty bare right now. Obviously, for those of you who have looked, I'm like almost done with one article about who I think should be the number one QB taken off the board, and then yeah. I don't know. I watch way like when I watch the film, I sit there and I'll literally watch it for like hours on end, and then be like, "Oh, I haven't typed anything." That's literally what I did for this one. I sat there and just watched video after video after video after video, and then I'm like, "Yeah, type something." We'll see. I mean, it's going. At least it's up. It's there. You can see that it's there. So there's that. If anybody ever wants to write in things, just send them to me, and I can review it, look it over. If it's good, post it. If it needs fixings, I'll make suggestions and send them to you and see what you think. But whatever, something to work on. Definitely once we get into like summertime when I don't have school and I'm just working, I'll have tons of time to just be busting out all these articles for this website. But Reds versus Red Sox, no, I don't see that. No, it is not. It is not Dwayne Haskins. So is that what y'all are caught up on today? We're talking about baseball. Baseball is so hard for me to get into in spring training. Kyler Murray, no. Franco, we talked about me and Noah. Like I think it was the last time Noah was here. We talked about this. My number 2 might be changing actually. So keep an eye out for that article. because I'll hopefully have that started this week, possibly posted by next show. But yeah, um, he's definitely that. I'm not going to give it away, but the guy who might take over my number two right now is Will Greer. Number two might be changing because this dude's gaining momentum, and I never really watched him throughout the season because he didn't play for a very woohoo program. But we'll see. We shall see. No, honestly, I don't think Kyler Murray is going to be that great in the NFL. He's definitely an exciting guy to watch, but I think he's another one of those guys. Like if the system doesn't fit his style of play, he's not going to be as good. So, and that could be possible, but we'll have to wait and see. This is just predictions, not like it's not like I have an insider. I did have an insider for the last draft, and that was sweet to be able to report all the picks before they happened. We'll see if that happens again. I don't know, but yeah. Oh yeah, but I was talking about why I can't get into baseball in spring training. Yeah, because like half the players that you see in here, you're not going to see throughout the regular season. So it's like, oh, that guy's neat, and then oh, minors. Oh, that guy sucks on the majors. Like what? You barely got that apparently. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my neighbors are like they've been playing Madden for the past like hour. Yeah. Yeah, they've been playing Madden for the past like hour and just like yelling about things. Apparently somebody just barely got that and he was wide open. Earlier he was talking about how he missed a field goal. Yeah, I mean spring training is not very exciting. Spring training is about the only time you ever see scores though that are like 12-7 and 11-2. Like, yeah, that was my neighbor. Hey, there you go. Go for it. What? Earlier, he was yelling about Mitch Trubisky trying to tackle somebody. I'm like, oh, somebody threw a pick. Yeah, it was indeed. Yeah, spring training is just hard for me to get hyped for. Tyler, if y'all remember him, he's out working at spring training. Almost every day he posts a snap story. Work. Do it. Keep them. See what happens. I know one thing. I try to keep an eye, like spring training. I at least try to keep an eye on like who the heck the pitcher. He's in Arizona. Who the heck the pitchers are for the White Sox, and like so far, I have not seen a single person that I have known that's pitching. I know that's why this time of the year kind of sucks to like do the show because it's like, well, not a whole lot's happening, but like there's some baseball going on. So there's basketball, and it's just not very exciting. But you got Nick Bosa going. I haven't gotten that far into it. Is he working with the Sox? I don't know. If he is, he better hook me up with some autographs. I haven't asked him. I haven't talked to him for like a week or so. Well, hello. How are you? ¿Cómo está? I mean, so the White Sox are still there too. So it's tough. Ooh, Nicky Delmonico playing first base. What? What's his snafu, Tyler? Let's see. Who the heck pitched today? That's what I'm trying to see here. Yeah, Benuelos or something like that. Yeah, I supposedly he could be the fifth starter. As of see bien. What was I going to say? Oh yes, Supposedly Dylan Covey is still a starter. Ha, no, he doesn't really post anything about it. It's just like a picture of the field, and then he's like, "Work." He sucks. Yeah. The only two guys or the only pitchers that I even recognized today were Jace Fry and Dylan Covey. Other than that, I have no idea who Benuelos is. I don't know who Roach is, or Medeiros, or Ruiz, or Marshall. But they gave up 4 runs to the Giants, so whatever. And it's annoying that you can end on a tie. It's not going to happen in the regular season. Why not play it out? Oh, da, 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 da. Let's see. What other top headlines we got here? Ooh, Kershaw is not great after playing catch. Oh, so yeah, there's apparently this new guy, Kikuchi or something for the Mariners. Oh my, his pitch is wild. Like, not like terrible, like it goes way off. Like the way he like goes through his like pitch, he like hides the ball behind his body, and then you just see, and you're like, whoa! Like he was making Joey Votto hack at some weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Why would we invest in that stuff? I don't. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. What else we got here? A lot of baseball stuff. Anything headline worthy? He's fun to watch. I bet he is. Like, geez. Kansas is up on Kansas State right now. If anybody's curious about that, it's 56-44. Robert Kraft. Do we want to talk about that? He did officially get charged with soliciting sex. Dang. Sucks. I mean, it happens. What about the combine? Yeah, when is that? When is that happening? I thought that wasn't for. Or is that this week? It is. It starts tomorrow. I think they show up tomorrow, but then, yeah. Yeah, the NHL deadline was today. From what I was seeing, there wasn't a whole lot of buzz about big names getting traded. I did see that, what's his name? Something Stone got sent to Vegas, and they tweeted, "We got stoned." um, yeah, so looks like the combine. They'll start doing like their events and stuff on Friday, I believe. Saturday, I want to say, is the one that I actually pay the most attention to, which is like running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers, because that's the day that everybody really pays attention to, just because that's where quarterbacks and stuff are. Because yeah, the linemen, you definitely need to pay attention to them, but like the drills that they do in in like the combine, I don't know how that really translates. You know? Yeah, James Harden's point streak snapped. I know. Um, yeah, because like that stuff's mostly just like, how do you do without pads and stuff? How can you run around? How can you move? They're not like going against each other really. And you want to see like a lineman, like, can he get out and pull and just level somebody with pads? That's what I want to see, not him, shuffling back and forth and tapping a pad. I don't. And what does that show me? It shows me is like lateral movement, but as a lineman, you kind of want to be going vertical, not lateral. Like I could see why they want like linebackers and stuff to do that, because you kind of want a little bit of lateral movement to go back and forth and do some stuff, but not linemen. Trying to look and see what days everything is, and not seeing anything here. We'll go. Oh, what was that right there? Yeah, Friday, place kickers, special teams, offensive linemen, and running. Oh, they split up the running backs this year. Then Saturday, quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. Sunday, defensive line and linebackers, and Monday is DBs. So yeah, weigh-ins start tomorrow. Weigh-ins or stuff like that are all this next coming days. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Oh, but yeah, so we were going to talk about Robert Kraft. That's weird. Why is he doing this? Like people are trying to be people are trying to make up excuses like, oh, well, his wife died, he's got to get it somehow. Like, yeah, why is he? I mean, I'm sure he could probably like order some hoes to go to his mansion or something. Why does he have to go down to Florida? And I mean, he's probably like, trying to be secretive about it a little bit, but like, why does he got to go to Florida and hit up like a sex ring of girls to massage him? He's just being a creepy old man at that point. I, I don't know. When this story broke, it was hilarious. Like I was busting up laughing. It was funny. Um, yeah, and then like people are trying to say he's not a bad guy, and it's like he's paying money to keep this like sex circuit going. Like that's bad. That's not okay. But they're like, oh no, it's not his fault. Yeah, it kind of is his fault because he's paying money for this. Bad. Apparently, it was one of them was the day of the AFC title game. All right, went down to Florida, got had a good time, and then went to Kansas City, I guess. Oh man, weird stuff. Um, Ravens, they need receivers. Like they have like Willie Snead, and it's like okay, and because they cut Michael Crabtree today. I don't know why. Um, I mean, I don't know why, as in like it doesn't make sense. But ooh, what happened on campus? Crime advisory. What's up? Possible dangerous conditions on or near. Oh, there was an armed robbery on campus today. Sweet. Oh my gosh. A dude broke into somebody's dorm room and stole weed. Gosh. Did you get the crime advisory? Somebody broke into Hewitt and stole weed out of somebody's dorm room. I had to tell him he doesn't look at things. That's hilarious. Somebody broke into somebody's dorm room and stole weed. That's funny. ISU, folks. ISU. Anyways, yeah, no, okay. Ravens have definitely needed some help in their receiving core, and they just got rid of their best receiver. Supposedly, it was because he had a bad contract, and they were trying to free up space with the potential to renegotiate a contract with him. We'll see if that actually happens. As of right now, he is a free agent. Bell to the Packers, dude. Okay, all the talk about that has been an outrageous contract that he could potentially sign, and I think it would just be the dumbest idea if they signed him. They're doing just fine with an up and coming Aaron Jones with Jamal Williams right behind him. If they were to go out and sign Bell, they would kill their. I mean, everybody was freaking out about Aaron Rodgers' contract. Imagine if they signed Bell. Like, they'd probably call this a smart decision. Why? It's dumb. Um, the only thing that could be good about it is if maybe he signed like a 1 year deal to try and like win now. But still, that's going to be an expensive contract. They don't want to deal with that. So I don't see Green Bay signing Le'Veon Bell. That'd be dumb. Where's AB going? Again, they have like Green Bay as like one of the number one teams. It's like why? Yes, they have two first round picks in this year's draft, that they could trade for him. Like, but I wouldn't. Like, yeah, he's going to be an instant upgrade to wherever he goes, but I don't know. I feel like Antonio Brown's going to go to like a team like the Raiders or something. Who? What do you mean? Where have I been? I'm here every week, dude. You just haven't been on like when I'm on, I guess. Monday or Sunday nights. It's always the time. Um, yeah, like a team like Oakland or something could pick up Antonio Brown because they have so many draft picks right now from all those trades they did. So it's like they could bring him in and have Antonio Brown and Jordy Nelson as their top weapons for Derek Carr or the Niners. I mean, like, yeah, there's several teams looking at him, but it's like you got to be realistic. Like, who's actually going to get him? I don't think the Eagles realistically will get him. The Niners, I don't know exactly what they would trade for him, but I'm sure they would be perfectly fine parting ways with whoever for the most part, except for like George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo. Aside from that, it's like, you know, I've heard the Ravens even are looking at him, but I really don't see the Steelers trading him to an in-division rival. There was something about Jarvis Landry trying to get him to the Browns. I don't see that happening either. Anywhere in division, I don't see that. Yeah, but the Pats don't roll that way. They're like the Patriots don't go out and look for like the top tier receivers. They look for like a guy that has potential and pick him up. Well, yeah, they have the cash for him, but that's not all you need in that situation. He is still under contract with the Steelers, so they would have to trade for him. And it depends on what they want to get out of a team for him. I'm sure it probably will include a player or two, first round draft pick, or two second round pick, something like that, a mixture of all that jazz. So if they can throw that out there, cool. They would have to just straight up cut him for a team to offer him a big contract, or unless they want to trade for him and then sign him to a big contract, regardless. Where will he go? I think how long until Belichick retires? I don't know. He's still got probably at least another 5 to 10 years in him. And I don't know. Brady keeps saying he's not going to retire, but I feel like he might in the next like 3 years. I really hope so. But who knows? He might leave right after Brady retires if Brady goes first. They're probably just like waiting for one or the other to make the move, and then they'll be like, "Oh, bye." I mean, Belichick can survive without Brady. Brady can't survive without Belichick. What was the thing right before that? I don't remember now. I wish I could scroll back through comments on here. I feel like it would want to be the other way around. Belichick already he won as a defensive coordinator with the Giants. He took the Browns to the playoffs. Like everybody knows he's a good coach. I think Brady needs to win without Belichick to really solidify himself because Belichick's been successful without him. He's been successful with Drew Bledsoe. Like he can do it. We know he can do it. He's been successful with Matt Castle. AB to the Cowboys. They already gave up enough picks for Amari Cooper. They'd kill the Cowboys if they wanted to trade for Antonio Brown. It'd be ugly. Exactly. Is Cooper free game? Who, Amari Cooper? I don't think so. I think he's still under contract. AB to the Bears. I don't know. I don't know if they would want to pull the trigger on that move. I think they're trying to get the whole we're a young group thing going, and they're trying to develop their receivers that they have now. Plus, I think they would. I just think they would want too much for Antonio Brown for those teams. I want to say mid-level, but those teams that are right on the brink of playoff contention and non-playoff contention, which I would still put the Bears there. Yes, they made it this last season, but They may not make it next year or the year after. Who knows? They didn't make it the year before. Yeah, Allen Robinson, Anthony. It'd be a stacked receiving core for sure, but I don't know that they want to give up enough for that. Fabulous Homes and Decor followed me on Instagram. Okay. Not happy about Kellen Moore being the OC. He's one of the most prolific college quarterbacks ever. He might bring some of the trickeration from Boise State down there. He might do something crazy. Looks really cold. I mean, there was like that bomb cyclone thing that happened in like Canada that brought a bunch of cold weather and wind down here. So like, what's the temperature right now? Oh, that's loading. Not seeing that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. But I don't know. I wouldn't hate on Kellen Moore yet. I mean, no network connection. Trust within the organization. He was just like an offensive assistant, and then they bumped him up to like QB coach, and then now they got rid of their offensive coordinator, and they're like, well, who do we bring in now? And I honestly don't think he was like ready to be the offensive coordinator because like nothing had been said about him. There was like several other people. Then they're like Kellen Moore, and I saw like the look on his face. There's like a picture or something that somebody posted. It was like when he found out, he was kind of like what, me? Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're running around with a clipboard all half the time, anyways, popping a squat with the starter, being like, "All right, what'd you see here?" It is 27 degrees here right now. Feels like 23. Yeah, actually warmer than it was earlier. This morning when I went to class, it was like 10. See, tomorrow it's going to warm up a little bit. 36 and 37 the next 2 days. Cool. Nice. It's supposed to get down to like, what did I see? Like 20. Like 20. I like the cold. I walk to class like this, sweatshirt and a hat. I have a class at night. I literally just got out of class like 2 hours ago. So there are people, I've seen people on campus do that. Um, they're insane. There was one day where I thought, if I just wear a light jacket, I'm just walking from the parking lot to the door, should be okay. I was not okay. It was cold. It was like, I think, what was it, like -5 with the wind chill? That's no, Kansas beat Kansas State. Nerds. But I take my time. I don't care. I don't mind the cold most of the time. Like it's pretty cold. I mean, it's decently cold out today, and I was just chilling. Like, here I am. This morning when I went to class, though, I had a sweatshirt and a Carhartt on, but I knew that I was gonna like go to class and then go right back home after. So I was like, all right, here I am. God, that class is so boring. Photography. It's fun to like get a camera and just snap all these fun pictures, and you get to the actual class, and it's like, now why is this picture good? What could be better? Ugh, his voice makes me want to go to sleep. Mind over matter. I mean, that works to an extent. There was that one day. There was one day where it was like -15, and I'm like, it's not even that cold, and I'm like walking far, I'm like, should make a fire. All right, let's do this. Yeet. Noah said he'll be back next week, hopefully. So I asked him what he was doing tonight because it looked like he was just at home chilling. He was at work. Speaking of work, I got a new job. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Yeah, I officially like start that this weekend, more than likely. Doesn't sound real. What? But it's been like negative 40 here. And I ran outside in just leggings. It wasn't bad, really. I was like, huh, I was expecting much worse. And then I went back inside. It was stupid, but things happen. Say something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, man, negative 40. It's great. If it wasn't for that damn wind, as Midwesterners would say. Like, really, though, like, Twitter and all that gives the Midwest crap for being like, oh, they talk about weird stuff like wind chill, making it cold. It's cold regardless. Like, no, like, literally 20 degrees isn't bad. But if you add, like, a 15-mile-an-hour wind onto it, like it has been the past, like, 2 days here, it gets cold. It literally, it's like, bites at you. Like, I've been outside in 0-degree weather in jeans and a sweatshirt before with zero wind, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's not bad. What job? Still bartending, but at a new place, making a hell of a lot more money than I was before. Just an average salary, so that's fantastic. Yeah, it's a new place that hasn't opened yet. I've been like helping set up the bar and everything this week. So then this week we're in right now. Get to play around with the computer tomorrow. Then come Friday we might open. If not, we'll open on next Monday. I won't even be there for the first day because I have class. Nice. Yeah, it's great. I'm most excited about being the manager so that people can be like, can I talk to your manager? Like, yeah, just a second. Hello. What seems to be the problem? Now look at all the cameras. An Insomniac drink? Dude, I should. I get to mess around with no. I get to mess around with some alcohols. Ooh, I should use that like hypnotic stuff that because like basically the color palette that I use for all Insomniac stuff is like night starry themed, like purples and blues and stuff like that. I should take that like purple hypnotic stuff and like pour that in a drink and see what happens. Like make a legit drink and then like top it off with that and see if it like sparkles throughout. Yeah, I am. It's great. They're opening like a second one of these restaurants in another town, like an hour north of here. So like we need somebody for when we open that one, and I'm not here. And I'm like, gotcha. I mean, I've been in the restaurant biz long enough. I know what's going on. Been going on like 8 years now. My God, too long. Get me in the TV biz. I mean, I already kind of am, but y'all, I was all over CBS Sports the other night or Sunday, yesterday. CBS was there airing the ISU game, getting me on camera. Malik Yarbrough sat on me yesterday. Let's go. That was funny. I had a Drake player fall and like slide into me. He was pissy. I'm like, you know what ran into me, bud? Sorry. Yeah, it's a good time. And I was so pissed that we didn't have something like a clip at the end of the game ready in case ISU wanted to go, Drake! Have Soulja Boy on there. Drake? That would have been hilarious. Apparently, they didn't even think of it. I'm like, guys, what? Come on. We're playing Drake, and you didn't even think to do that? Drake? With the student section, they were thinking the same way I was towards the end of the game when it was pretty clear that we were going to win. All you could hear was Drake. Love it. Love it. How is ISU? Dude, they should be so much better than what their record is should be, but they're losing like really bad games that they should not be losing. Quiet now? You mean quiet? Yeah, it is. That's all right. That's normally code for we're done chit chatting and turn it off. But yeah, Michigan State beat Michigan. That's good. All you gotta do is win your conference. Yeah. I don't even think they're gonna win I don't even think they're gonna get to the championship game. Honestly, I think ISU is either going to lose in the first round of the Missouri Valley tournament or get to the championship again on some miraculous run that they shouldn't even be on and lose in the championship again to like Loyola. Yeah, totally. Some dude, I looked at his bracket the other day. Some dude on Twitter, he had Buffalo in the Final Four. Excuse me, what? Oh, I know they don't. They don't want me out there hitting that sweet shot from the three. Good times. You would think. No, I'd actually play defense. That's one thing. I was always good at playing defense. The one like white kid that we have on the team that is good at playing defense, like broke his hand or something, and they came back, and now he messed up his hand again because one of the Drake players like grabbed it and twisted it. Yeah, what a jerk. Drake. Drake? Buffalo's good. Yeah, they're in the top 25. I didn't think they would. I don't see them making the Final Four as a sixth seed in the same bracket as Kansas. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm surprised to see Wofford in there in the top 25, but stuff happens. And see, I told you Washington would get into the top 25 too. Yeah, I don't know what name you prefer to be called on here. So, I mean, I think you just asked me about that personally, or Noah, either or. Yeah, that's why it's called March Madness. If only somebody beat Duke, like if only if a 16 would beat Duke again, that'd be great. Yeah, me either, especially if Zion comes back. If Zion stays out, then yes, I could see them getting beat at some point. But if he comes back, nah, I don't know about that. Honestly, he doesn't need to play at all to be like the number one overall pick in the NBA draft, but he doesn't have to play at all the rest of the season. I should specify. So I don't know. Yep, RJ Barrett. I mean, we say this every week. We have like a Duke segment every week. So we'll stay away from that this week. Because of the Zion thing, though, with the shoes, the NBA is exploring making the draft age 18 again. So, oh yeah, I mean they're still going to make it pretty far, but they're more vulnerable. I would think. But yeah, so we might see high school kids in the NBA again. If not that, I know people have been exploring options of one Zion on the Knicks would settle for Barrett. Dude, Barrett's better all around. He's a better all around player. Zion's just exciting. Zion puts butts in seats because he dunks. But yeah, I mean, other options that people are really trying to explore now. Luka Doncic brought it up on Twitter the other day because I don't remember who it was like ranting about like this is why you shouldn't have to play college. You should get paid. And Luka Doncic said, "Go play in Europe." he's got a point. I mean, go to Europe or Australia or something, play a year there, make money while you're doing it, and then come over and do whatever. Zion's like the no Jackson. You mean Bo Jackson? Somebody else? Oh yeah, the thing with Sean Miller and Will Wade. Um, it was something to do with like I'll just read this thing. They're getting subpoenaed, which that's yeah, which that's a fancy word for I don't know. I think that's like something to do with their like not getting paid as much. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's something to do with money, I thought. But anyways. Some sort of corruption trial. I remember hearing about this. I don't remember what they did. Goes on everywhere. Don't think Duke isn't doing it too. Yeah, I know. All kinds of these programs do have corruption of some sort, whether or not they're like paying their players or like giving them stuff to come to their school for whatever reason. Blah blah blah. Something to do with that. Yeah. Extra money or like buying them new shoes and whatever. Something like that, like boosters giving them money and stuff. It just goes on to the coach because, can't really punish the kid for just being given money. It's Jones Soda. Jones Soda is phenomenal. I didn't know about it for up until like seventh grade, and then I was on this mission trip, and this dude's like, "Bro, you ever tried this soda?" And I'm like, "What? What is this? Oh my gosh!" It's like they got craft beer, and they got craft soda. It's those fancy like specialty sodas. They're fantastic. Who's John? Is that supposed to be Jones's friend or something? See, they put pictures that you submit on there too. These people took a selfie in Paris and it's on there. How quaint. Jones. You got to put an N after the O and an S after the E. Let's see. Anything else neato that we could talk about tonight, kids? Oh, that's what all the Philly fans were upset about. I saw that a bunch of Flyer fans were upset about Wayne Simmons, and I was like, "Well, what's going on with him? They traded him." But this was like 2 days ago. They were all upset about it. So I guess it was preemptive. I don't know. I haven't been too big on NHL this year because the Hawks were god awful, but now they're doing a lot better, and I've been paying more attention. Yeah. Okay, so what else we going to talk about? Shout out for Noah. Florida State beat Notre Dame. Oh, I was going to say that the starting an arena here soon. What arena? Oh yes, for the Seattle hockey team. Indeed. Have they come up with a name for them yet? I don't remember if they did. You're having trouble finding Google? What's wrong with you? Oh, that's why. Wednesday. Yeah, I guess they haven't come up with a name yet. Need to make a bracket. Brackets aren't even set yet. Brackets won't be set for like another week or two at least. Let's see. Let's see what. Yeah, Machado did get paid. I think he went to the wrong team, but that's up to him. Okay, so I guess the vote right now, unless this is just what this one this one newspaper is doing, but supposedly the the four finalists for the Seattle NHL team name is the Metropolitans, the Kraken, the Totems, and the Sockeyes. What is a Sockeye? I mean, yeah, if you're looking for everything outside of actually winning in baseball, he does have an opt out after 5 years. Um, he also could get traded at any point in that time too. So, I mean, it's not 100% that he'll last out those 10 years in San Diego. But like, yeah, if you're not worried about winning baseball, then you'll go ahead and live in San Diego for years. Oh my. Okay, so here's more names. The Seattle Sasquatches, the Seattle Pilots. I guess a sockeye is a fish. Seattle Emeralds, that's not bad. The Fighting Geoducks, the Seattle Grunge. I thought I saw that one that was like not even being considered. The Seattle Cascades. Anything else that I missed on here? Seattle Freeze. Who knows? But yeah, you got to go through and make sure no other team like anywhere has that name. Oh, so the winner's going to be announced in October, apparently. Wait, what? They already came up with the name? Is that what I'm looking at here? Is it really the Seattle Sockeyes? Well, that's neat. You can be our Seattle insider and go watch the Seattle Sockeyes practice. Okay, so I think they actually are going to be the Sockeyes. Oh my gosh! So I'm looking at this vote. Um, unless this is just another like this newspaper or whatever did it, the Seattle Times. They've got this. They've got like a bracket on here, and so the Metropolitans beat out the Freeze, the Sockeyes beat out the Emeralds, the Steelheads beat the Kraken, and the Totems beat the Sasquatch. So we're going around two. In round two, the Metropolitans beat the Pilots, the Sockeyes beat the Fighting Geoducks, the Totems beat the Cascades, and the Steelheads beat the Grunge. Going to round three here. You got the Totems over the Metropolitans and the Sockeyes over the Steelheads. And then in the finals, we had the Totems and the Sockeyes. So, okay, let's see. They have reasons for Sockeyes. Arguments for how do you pass up this double entendre? First subspecies, most name for a hockey team. Okay, arguments against one on the meager side of the mascot scale. Should all salmon throwing traditions stick to pike place? Let's see, local flavor. Fighting upstream through Washington rivers each summer, sockeye salmon have for generations been and likely still are an integral part of any Northwesterner's diet. So apparently, a sockeye is a salmon. We'll see what happens there if that's actually like. Oy. Hmm. That's funny. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything else we want to discuss? Oh, I know. But even like on the thing on there that said, do we really have to have everything about Seattle or everything in Seattle go back to fish market? Okay. So let's go through some business updates. So again, website is up. Nothing on it right now, but I will be releasing the first article hopefully by the end of tomorrow. Uh, to get to read up on who I think should be the first quarterback taken off the boards. And I'll be working on who I think number two should be after that. Hopefully, have it up by next week's show. Should have Noah back next week. I know he's been itching to get back here. I'm going to start exploring the possibilities of other people coming on here as well. Excuse me. We might get Nathan back here soon. I'll talk to him. I said I was going to do that like a week or two ago, and I didn't. I feel bad, but it's because I saw he was in like Florida. I'm like, I'm not going to mess with him when he's in Florida. He's on a ultimate frisbee team. They travel a lot. He was either in like Florida or Alabama, one of the two. Anyways, I'll talk to him here soon. Then I'll explore and see who else might want to be on here. Might start recording more podcasts because people tend to not want to come on because this is so late, you know. But yeah, um, me and Noah are going to record a podcast for one of my classes actually, but it's going to be based off of for this. So we're going to post it on there as well. I've been thinking I might try to hit up Brady Davis if he's still cool with me. And we'll I might do a podcast with him just to chill like back and forth. Like, what's up, dude? How's it going? We'll see about that one. Um, anything else? Anything else? Again, if you guys want to write up anything, write up an article or something. I don't care what it's about. I'm sure I can find somewhere for it to go. Send it to me. Email Insomniac Sports Inc. Inc. At Gmail, or DM it to me on Twitter or something. If you follow on Twitter, dude, I would love to do a podcast with Aaron Rodgers, but like to him right now, I'm an absolute nobody. I'm just a fan. So like he's not just gonna be like, yeah, I'll do a podcast with you. Build the name a little bit, start off with like college athletes and then go up. Yeah. We'll see. So um we'll see what happens for there. Oh, Tarek, why do you join so late? We're just getting off of here now because people were absent. Um you can just watch it over. It'll be fine. So yeah, I know you did just start. It's your own fault, bud. Some new show. What? The Sopran. Yes. My cousin and his wife love that show. Why do they even make this flavor? Shut up, Evan. It's insane. Yeah, Italian mobsters are great, dude. So yeah, I say that a lot on here. Probably like the catchphrase of the show. So yeah, gotta give it 6. Oh, that's rough. I don't look forward to Fridays because Fridays I have to get up at 6:45. Not fun. But then I get to be on TV. Oh, debuted the new Suit on Friday. Went over phenomenal. It looked great. I don't know what I'm going to wear with it this week, but probably just rocking the suit again, just different color. It looked phenomenal. I tell you what. Tell you what. Anywho, yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Hackenberg got. Oh, we didn't talk about the AAF. Oh my gosh, we gotta talk about the AAF. Said he was doing good. I said he was doing all right. Nothing special. His stats were okay. He he threw like 2 picks in like the first half of play in his first game. He's okay. Yeah, he got benched for Zach Mettenberger, and they came. Yeah, his stats were pretty. Eh. He like started off okay. He was like okay, so his first half of play was kind of bad, but then like the second half, and this is the first game. Second half, he did much better, and then the next game he did okay for like the whole game, and then like this last game, like whoo, bad. Got benched for Zach Mettenberger. Mettenberger led the Memphis Express to their first win over the Arizona Hotshots, who were being deemed as like one of the best teams in the league because they were undefeated at the time. Not anymore. Did you guys not discuss the AAF? Because I was looking at like 100 other things, and I completely forgot about the AAF, which apparently everybody else is too. Viewership is down. Obviously, the first week was phenomenal. Everybody was excited to see what the heck's going on here. And I don't know why people are not watching. Like they said, the viewership is just slowly declining. Dude, the play's not whack. It's like decent. It's like pretty good football. It's like watching. It's like if you, yeah, they did miss the payroll for week 1, but then again, like when you're putting in so much money into all this stuff, do you really expect everything to be perfect week 1? No, I'm sure as hell not. No. I haven't heard if they've missed it the rest of. Yeah, I mean it doesn't. Well, it doesn't have all the drama built into it yet. Well, yeah, being paid would be good, but like, do you really? I mean, when the XFL first started, like some of those guys had never got paid because the XFL didn't make any money. So they signed these contracts hoping to get paid by the end of the season, and some people never did. So, not surprising, honestly. Yeah. The one neat thing that we got to see this week in the Atlanta Legends and Birmingham Iron game, the first onside conversion. Now they're trying to take like special teams out of the game because that's where, like scientifically, that's where a lot of the injuries occur. So there's no kickoffs, which means no onside kicks, which those don't really work anyways. But maybe it's mixing too much. Yeah, so in the AAF, they have onside conversions. What is an onside conversion? Well, you get the football on your 28-yard line. You get a 4th and 12, essentially. You have one shot to go 12 yards. If you make the 10 yards, you get to keep the ball and continue driving. If you don't, the other team gets the ball. So that's neat. The first one was exciting too. Atlanta went for the onside conversion, and Matt Sims just straight aired it out like 50 yards downfield. The receiver tipped it to himself and caught it for the conversion, and they got to keep the ball on the spot where he caught it. Sadly, he threw a pick on the next play, but you know, still onside conversion, neat. People loved it. So expect that to potentially come into to potentially come into the NFL in a few years. It's possible. My pocket knife was poking me inside. Yeah, I don't care about wrestling. I don't know a whole lot of people do. It's not real. It's good acting. They should get Oscars for their performances. Anywho, a lot of okay owners, people with that kind of money buy into a lot of stuff. It's not like they're making football fake now by acting. How would Favre do in the AAF, dude? I bet he would light it up. Honestly, he's old, but he's like keeping in shape now still. But like, dude, I think he could go in and do it. Yeah, at his current age, yeah, I think he would do just fine. Um, Glenn, what is up, my dude? Hey, um, Glenn, ISU played Drake University on Sunday, and one of their starters had a guy from Australia. He was a weird looking guy. Just thought I would tell you. The interest in the AAF, that's what we're talking about right now. Oh no, I jinxed Noah. He was just chilling at work, and then I think a car wreck happened or something. I said, "Why don't you go do something?" Yeah, he is. Yeah, but the AAF though, dude. Okay, if you guys want to watch, if you guys want to watch a real good team, watch the Orlando Apollos, coached by an Aussie accent. No, um, coached by Steve Spurrier. So they're good. They are undefeated and definitely one of the probably the best team in the AAF. Uh, that's going to be fun to now that this thing's like going. I have football to like talk about most of the year now. Excuse me. So that would be exciting. No desire. Well, I have desire to watch all the time. Yeah. Can you bet on the AAF? I'm sure you can somewhere. I saw a thing about Kyler Murray to the Giants the other day too. Bleacher Report also thought about it too because in their last episode of Gridiron Heights, he shows up at Eli Manning's doorstep. Do it. Um, yeah. What else are we getting at here? Oh, AAF. Yeah. San Antonio. They're like 1-3, but they're usually one of the best teams in the league too. They had a bad week against San Diego, who I thought was one of the worst teams, who's becoming a decent team now. Their other loss is against Orlando, who is the best team in the AAF. Who's their QB? Who? Which team? San Antonio? Orlando? Who? Well, obviously Murray's better than Eli, but that's just because of right here, right now. What should you do? Man, I was just getting off of here. Now everybody's coming on. It's okay. Recently single? That's nice. So is my boy Doug. Is Cap going to the AAF? No, Kaepernick's dumb. He told the AAF he is going to demand $20 million to pay. Okay, what? You're trying to go back to that? Not worth it. Anywho, Cap tried. Yeah, he was asking $20 million to pay in the AAF, and no, I don't think Kyler Murray will be successful in the NFL. I think like give him like a year or two, and he'll, people will figure out how he plays, and then start to shut him down. He might do. Senior pop up message. No, not worth it. How well? Okay. What do you mean a few years ago? Like how long? How long? Oh, you don't know that. Nah. Okay, 7 plus. Okay, no, not worth it. Yeah, Kaepernick wants 20 million. He can't even get like 1 million out of any NFL team. So he's yeah, he's reaching. About Haskins, I think Dwayne Haskins will do well. He's not like your stereotypical like black guy running quarterback. He sits in the pocket and throws. He only has like 500 career rushing yards at Ohio State. Like he's not the running quarterback that everybody's trying to give him this moniker of. Like, no, he's just he's a guy that can move. No, so the AAF gave everybody the same contract. They're all making like $250,000 for the season. Nobody's getting paid higher. Nobody's getting paid lower. They're all at one flat rate right now. So one guy coming in and asking for 20 million is outrageous. Tebow, they asked him to join, and he said, "No, I'm focused on baseball. I'm a baseball player now." So he's not going to come in. But yeah, Scott Tolzien to the AAF. I never saw anything about that. He might as well. I thought he was like a third string somewhere. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for him right now. Well, she purposely ignored you. Then no, don't do it. Oh, I just saw something right there. Oh, Scott Tolzien's with the Birmingham Iron. Nice. Perez is starting over him though. Join the SAG. I don't know what that is. Do I remember NFL Europe? Yeah, the AAF dude. No, he's no, no, I don't. Why would I want that? Um, dude, NFL Europe. Those teams were fun to play against in Madden. They were terrible teams, even for their own competition. They were bad, but they were fun to just destroy in Madden. You could play as any team in that back then and just completely destroy them. Okay, I highly doubt it was the Fuhrer Dragons. That's not a team that would. It's not a place. NFL Europe was not good, not at all. It was funny that they even had like a championship game. I'll look it up for you. The Munich Bratwurst. That one surprised me. It was the Barcelona Dragons, London Monarchs, Frankfurt Galaxy, Amsterdam Admirals, the Rhine Fire, the Berlin Thunder, the Cologne Centurions, the Ohio Glory. Okay, I guess that was America's team, and the Montreal Machine. I don't know what that means. Yeah, Robert Kraft is a dirty old man spending money down in Jupiter, Florida to get his kicks, we'll say. Cha 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 cha. I mean, they were just coming up with a American team, the Rhine Fire. It's kind of weird because the Rhine is a river, but it's also a town, I guess. So, I don't know. Did we a millionaire to a single old millionaire? I mean, not really, I suppose. Since I mean, I guess America is like once you get if you have a bunch of money, if you have $1 million or more, and you hit the age of like 60 and up, then I guess that's what you are. You're a nasty old man, apparently. Well, yeah, he needed money for that. Oh, I know. It's just funny to say ja 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 ja. A lot of people do that like around the world. Apparently, in like Asia, I think it's just threes. Like it's like for ha ha ha, it's just like three 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 three. Yeah, I guess he was down in Florida the day of the AFC Championship game, and then just moved on over to Kansas City. Weird stuff, man. But it happens. Ugh. Snap, crackle, pop. Oh, that's very embarrassing for him. Supposedly, he's not even the biggest name involved in it. So give it time, and we'll find out all the other weirdos that are a part of it. It's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing that a however old year old man shows up at a massage parlor, I guess you could call it, paying money to. Oh, I know. Like, doesn't he have like a kid with that girl too? That's like 3 days the AAF on. There's 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday every week. Mainly indoors. No, they're outside. Yeah, craft. Dude, the AAF is exciting. Yeah, you would think. Do it at his house, but whatever. Maybe the girls in Florida are just better. I don't know. Hmm? Yellow mustache man. Bigger. What time are they on? They're on at like 2 and 7, usually somewhere around there. Yeah, well, it happens. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things about the AAF aside from just like it being football. Like having live mics on people all the time is interesting. Obviously, not Aaron Hernandez is dead. Um, yeah, there's live mics on people, so that's exciting. Yes, Glenn, you can watch it in Australia. I believe their YouTube page live streams every game for free every week. Dang, why didn't I just look at that? Because they have it on like CBS and NFL Network most of the time. Australia has YouTube. What new things does the AAF bring to the table? So they don't have kickoffs since most of the time it's just a touchback anyways. They just start the ball in the 25. They don't have onside kicks. They have onside conversions, which we saw the first one this last weekend, the Atlanta Legends and the Birmingham Iron. You get the ball on your own 28-yard line. You have to go. You get one play to go 12 yards. If you get the 12 yards, you keep the ball. If you don't, then you don't. The other team gets the ball. That I just explained what an onside conversion is. Um, Less drama with reviews. So with reviews, that's interesting. Um, like I was saying, with all the live mics, one of the live mics is on the replay official. So as they're like reviewing a play, thank you. I am old. I have gray hair. Um, that's horrible. What do you mean that's horrible? I missed what you were saying. It's horrible. Anywho, um, yeah, there's a live mic on the replay officials, and the replay official, while they're going through and like looking at things, because you just naturally like talk, like say things out loud. You're watching, you're like, oh, that totally hit the ground. You can hear them saying that stuff. So as they're going through, you can like they're showing what they're seeing, and then you can hear what they're talking about, and then they'll tell the referee, and you can hear that too. Like, hey, so this guy, the ball touched the ground. It's whatever. How's it confusing? It's the same as a fourth down. It's basically just a fourth down that you have to convert. Buzz, buzz. Um, no, there is still kickers. There's punts and field goals. But scientifically, yes, you can do it at any time. Like it has to be after you score. So if you want to do an onside conversion after you kick a field goal, go for it. Gracias. I appreciate you. Yeah. Um, Scientifically and statistically, kickoffs are where people get hurt the most. So they took out kickoffs and oh, is it? I don't recall the rules for onside conversions. I just remember they were talking about it and they're like, nobody's done it yet. And you can do it whenever. Yes, there is punting. So Um, yeah, so they took out kickoffs, plus the like astounding majority of NFL kickoffs end up in touchbacks anyways. So they're like, let's quit wasting the time and let's not have people get hurt. You just start with the ball in the 25. Um, there's that. There's weird things on defense, like you can only rush 5 players. You cannot rush anybody from the secondary. It has to be a linebacker or a defensive line. I don't know. We'll find out next year when the XFL comes into play how they take on the AAF because they're going to be at about the same time. They'll be playing at about the same time. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, you have to be down by 17. It has to be in the last 5 minutes. I'll look it up right now. I'm sorry. If I spoke better Spanish, I would help. It's that, and it's also onside conversion rule. It's that, and it's also like a get. It's like a. It's how do I want to say this? It's like a way for guys to, if they have a falling out in the NFL, to bring themselves back. I mean, look at Trent Richardson. He has completely like fallen out of the NFL, but he's like the number one running back in the AAF right now. He has the most touchdowns. Um, he's got like the sixth most yards of any player, I believe. So it's pretty good. Yes, confirmed. I am looking at it right now. So yes. The AAF's exciting. Yes, the thing about the developmental league. Yeah, so the AAF has openly admitted that like they're all the more willing to have like be a part of the NFL and like be a minor league system for them. Um, there was like an opening interview about it with the two guys that started it, Polian and whoever the other dude was. Um, and they said like, we'll take any advice from the NFL if they want us to do something to help better these guys for the future. We'll do it. If they want us to do this, we'll do that. So they're open to it, which wouldn't be a bad idea because some of these guys they just need a year or two to get up to that like same level of play as the NFL. Do you run an onside conversion in the second quarter? Would you? You probably could. It doesn't say it has to be fourth quarter. It just says down 17. Or well, once you get down 17, you can do it. It's 17 or 5 minutes. So you might as well go for it. They could create a complete momentum swing. Like if you're down 17. Well, what was your question then? It's probably not more important, but say it again because I'm like trying to like read things while explaining things. I can't scroll on this one. This one I can't scroll. This one I can. Why don't you copy and paste? Do they cut down the preseason? They're trying to do that anyways. Do they cut the preseason because of the AAF? No. Well, how am I to know? I don't watch Periscopes. I just do them. Because as it is right now, there are 4 teams associated with every AAF team. You can't have them running the same offenses. Ego much? No, I'm just saying I don't watch the other ones. It's not a big deal. I'm sure there's some people on here that only watch specific ones. Big whoop. Anywho, I'm not the only one. Don't worry. Uh, Blackhawks they're doing a hell of a lot better than they were doing. But what were we? Oh yeah. Um, as it is right now, there's like 4 teams associated with every AAF team. Are they directly correlated with like going to those teams? No, but it could be in the future. You can't learn your team's system, offensive or defensively, playing in the AAF. You have different coaches with different mindsets. Yes, if they do officially make it, officially make it to where they are the developmental league, they're still gonna. I mean, there's still not enough teams for it to go around. Um, like, yeah, you want to like watch these guys, but if you want to see what these guys can do, they essentially then the preseason would be like spring training in baseball. Like, you could have all these guys up, and they could play these games, and if they don't make it, go back to the AAF. Or if they'd make it, then sorry, AAF, I'm in the NFL now. And they already have that part in their contracts from the AAF. Like if an NFL team signs you, you go to the NFL. You can come back if you want to, but if an NFL team signs you, you go. I mean, I guess he doesn't care about winning because he's going to San Diego on a 10-year contract, 300 mil. So, whatever. Harper's is going to be about the same, just somewhere else. All right, we'll go for another 5 minutes on here, FYI, everybody. Yeah, that's what they want to pay. Question, possible answer. No. Here is why Gonzaga is not the best team in the country right now. Let me pull up there. So the kid's a neck bone. So Gonzaga, um, this year. Apparently so. No, Gonzaga is not the best team, and here is why. They play in I don't want to say horrible, but not a big conference. They play in the West Coast Conference. And so does BYU, which is weird. But yeah, if you look at the level of play these guys are playing against, Pepperdine, San Diego, I don't even know who LMU is, San Francisco, Santa Clara, like they beat Santa Clara 98-39. They beat Portland 89-66. Each time they played BYU, BYU didn't score more than 68 points. Like the teams in their conference, they're beating badly. Like they beat St. Mary's, who is typically a team that's in the tournament, by almost 50 points here. So it's like they play all these crappy teams. They beat Denver 101-40. So, yeah, and then like they played North Carolina and lost by 13. They lost to Tennessee. Like they do play these big. Yeah, they can fight all they want. It's okay. I don't care. They do play big teams every now and then. Like they beat Arizona and they beat Duke by 2. But like their competition's not good. Talking about Gonzaga, I don't think they deserve to be the number 1 team in the country. And they always get overhyped, and they have that reputation. Like I was telling you the other day, they have that reputation of being that team that gets seeded so highly and loses right away in the tournament. Uh, the one year they did win the whole thing, they won the championship. I had them getting beat in my bracket 3 times before that. I had them getting to like the round of 32 and then getting beat, or was it the Sweet 16? One of the two. But it's like if they go ahead, laugh if they do win it all, but when they get to the tournament and lose in the Sweet 16, then you'll see what I mean. Because like I'm looking at, yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it. They play in a small conference. They and like I said I gave you the example of Wichita State the other day. Oh, you're probably talking about Washington, not Wisconsin. I was gonna say, yeah, Wisconsin very well could. Um, yeah, that's possible. They're playing pretty good this year. But yeah, the example I gave you the other day was Wichita State. They were in the Missouri Valley and they were doing really well in the Missouri Valley, and they made the tournament a couple different times, and then they would lose in like the second or third round. Typically the second, since technically the first round is those play-in games now. So, um, yeah, so to get bigger exposure and to be better, they left the Missouri Valley and went to the Atlantic 10 or something like that, the Athletic 10, whatever, American 10, something like that. Um, so yeah, I mean Gonzaga, if they keep destroying this conference, they might as well just leave and go to like the Mountain West at least. Those playing games are stupid. Um, but yeah, like go into a bigger conference than the West Coast Conference. I didn't even know that was a thing until I learned BYU was in it. I was like, what? What happened to them being in the Mountain West? There's a different conference for basketball, apparently. So, yeah, that's why I don't think they're the best team, because they have that reputation of losing, being a high seed, and they don't play in a big conference. Think, I mean, yeah, the play-in games are okay, but I wouldn't pick them to be part of the tournament. I'm not making that the first round. The first round is the first round where there's 1 through 16 playing each other, and everybody's watching it, whether you're in class or you're at work. Everybody is watching it. That's the first round. Michigan State's tough. They are tough. They just knocked off Michigan at Michigan. Um, I told you I was going to give you guys 5 minutes. We already went over that. Had to go on that little rant about Gonzaga. Okay. All right, kids, no more fighting because we're going to be done here now. Well, possibly. We can talk more basketball next week once we get started getting into conference tournaments, because the teams should be playing their last game this week. So we'll get into conference tournaments and potential bracketology next week. We'll have Noah here apparently, and he can throw his 2 cents in there as well. More AAF this week. I'm excited to see Orlando play again. Injury prone? No, he hasn't been injured the whole season until he blew out a shoe. Which one was Noah? The Notre Dame fan. So, yeah, come back next week. We should have a decent amount of things to talk about, and we'll have more than just my perspective because, I know you guys get bored just watching me. Did Noah build an ark? No, not that Noah. He's different. So, good night and farewell. Have a great week, guys. Yeah, yeah, you do. Just watch previous episodes.